Hey guys, and welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. It's the weekend, which means one thing. It's time for that weekly news roundup. As always, we will begin with FPGA gaming news, the MiSTer, the Analogue Pocket, and any other FPGA gaming news out there that's worth reporting. After that, we'll move over to some random and retro gaming news. Timestamps are made available, so use those to navigate your way around the video. If you wish to further support the channel, guys, I do have a Patreon set up if you want to go further than just liking and subscribing. Let's not forget about the sponsor of the weekly news video, MiSTer Add-ons, an absolutely awesome family-run business where, well, you can get all your MiSTer needs taken care of. And finally, guys, last thing, I promise, FPC. Check out Free Play City, London's best arcade. Anyway, guys, let's see what has been happening this week in FPGA and retro gaming. Important news, guys, we have Pez82, D John Perry, joining me for a live stream tonight at 7 PM. So I hope you're enjoying this video, and definitely come and watch the stream, come and participate. It is going to be a lot of fun, and that's something I'm trying on the channel. I'm trying to get special guests. I mean, I've got some made up characters that I bring on, but I want actual real people to come on. So if you want to come on the channel, if you've got an interesting project, you could be an indie game developer, an FPGA core developer, someone that has something to bring to the table, then come on, we can have a banter, we can have a laugh. But yeah, tonight, 7 PM, we are going to have Pez82, and we're going to be talking arcade games, nostalgia with arcade. So what arcade games we played, what ones we enjoy on the MiSTer, what ones we enjoy on FPGA devices in general, and what ones we would like to see in the future. Honestly, it should be a lot of fun. I find Pez and his humor, like his latest video, if you haven't checked it out, watch it, it's amazing. He talks about the problem with a MiSTer being too big and where you have to clear out like a massive section of your house to house the MiSTer. Anyway, 7 PM tonight, make sure you guys are there. That's obviously tonight if you're watching this video on the day it was released before 7 PM. We got ourselves a JT Friday, and like I always say, ain't no Friday like a JT Friday. This time we got a couple of games, and these games are part of the JT FL story, which is a core that's in beta, the JT Fairyland story. First game that you're seeing on screen is Typhoon Gale Honor Sanshiro. It's a kind of fighting game, has 2 buttons, one for attack, one for jump, and different direction equal different moves. A little bit before my time, but I do appreciate seeing these games. Definitely available for the MiSTer and the Analogue Pocket, and likely or possibly available for other supported platforms such as the CD as well. The next game we are looking at is a game called Rumba Lumba. I just absolutely love that title, just rolls off the tongue. Rumba Lumba. What is Rumba Lumba? Well, it's an action game that was released by Taito in 1984. I was very young when this came out. Each stage is a fixed screen looking down on a forest, mushroom fields, and a palm scenery. To clear the game, you have to drive the enemy, a bird called Bobble that can only fly above the trees in 4 or fewer trees. The game kindly includes a training stage before the game starts. Just want to say that last paragraph, I read it straight off Hatego's Patreon post because I am not familiar with these games. But if you are a Patreon supporter, hit up their tool, get these games, enjoy them, and yeah, have an absolutely fantastic weekend with these Taito classics. In this section, we're going to talk about some quality of life improvements to existing cores by Hatego and team. Now, I'm not sure exactly how many cores this covers, but I do know it covers the Twin 16 core, which has this game here, Gradius 2, also known as Vulcan Venture. So what is it in a nutshell? So these games, when you're playing them on a D-pad, when you move it around, you only have 1 speed. But what Hatego and team have done is they have given this game and other games analog controls. So what that means is if you've got an analog stick or a controller with an analog stick, if you move the analog stick ever so slightly, it will move ever so slightly. If you move it all the way, your ship will move faster. It gives you a different way of playing these games. As well as that, on a D-pad, you've only got 8 directions. This, I think, doubles the directions to 16 or possibly even more. So it's an interesting way of playing this. I'm personally a D-pad or a digital arcade stick guy because of the nostalgia that's attached to it. However, I do like all these choices being added. And for those of you that want to try this out, definitely try it out. What's cool is it was available for the MiSTer. It's now also available for the Analogue Pocket, but on the Analogue Pocket, remember, you need to have your dock and you need to have a controller with an analog stick. As well as that, JT Twin 16 added one missing button function on Kubrick. Do you remember Kubrick? the puzzle game from like a couple of weeks back, as well as that fixed screen rotation for the CD 128. The Sega Saturn core for the MiSTer FPGA has been receiving updates both for the single SD RAM and the dual RAM version by the main developer SRG320, but also other developers and members of the community such as Electron, Ash and Kuba J. So the past week I've not had a chance to sit down and have a look at it, but from what I understand, the STV side, so the STV, which is an arcade system based on the Sega Saturn hardware, that has received some updates where additional games are working. When I tested it out last time, there were like 3 games working. One of them was Groove on Fight, but now apparently there are more games working. If you know which ones they are, let me know in the comments below, because I would like to give those a bash. As well as that, there is now light gun support. So I was over at the MiSTer FPGA Discord over on the Sega Saturn channel, and this is posted by a member. Their name's like Julius. They've got Japanese writing, but in their profile it says like Jalius or Julius. So they posted this where they're playing one of the Virtua Cop games with a light gun. So that stuff's getting implemented. A big shout out to Electron Ash, because I think he was kind of spearheading light gun support for this system, and I think Shane Lynch was involved in that as well. So a big shout out to everyone that's involved in this. If I've left you out, I do apologize, but man, Sega Saturn is awesome. I like the system by itself, but I absolutely love the arcade side of it as well, and I can't wait for more and more games to become available, and I'm looking forward to either doing a dedicated video or a live stream having a look at the STV side and potentially the light gun side. Nice to get this news from Anton Gell, and this tweet here reads, work has started on Eade 440 FPGA MiSTer FPGA core. There is already an FPGA core out there, but I believe it is closed source. And what you're seeing there is a manual for a game called Crossbow, and I hope I've got the correct video playing on the right, because when I did a search for it in my kind of archive of arcade videos, this is what I got. So looking forward to it, and really good to hear from you, Anton. First of all, Pixel Memories, thank you for the tag. I am a big fan of your work, and you know that because I have a custom made Pixel Memories arcade stick. But guys, Pixel Memories are always pushing for more innovation, and this time, well, let's read this post here. Please enjoy the next generation of Pixel Memories Zapparoo compatible character sprites and NFC bases. These can be added to many of the existing sprites and will be available to order very soon. And there's a link to the shop in this blue sky post, right? I was going to say tweet. So here we go. Have a look at that. Just looks superb. You've got Mega Man down there and his eyes are lighting up. Again, just looks really, really nice. A cool way to launch your games, or, well, do whatever you want with these. But that's not all. Over here, different ideas. You've got Iron Man down there with that glowing chest, more of Mega Man. Just absolutely fantastic. Great work from Pixel Memories. Here's some really cool work in progress stuff from Bedroom Ninja, and hopefully it will be available soon. So we're launching stuff not via NFC here, but via USB. The idea is, if you've got old USBs kicking about that you're no longer using, you know, you bought all those 1 gig, 2 gig ones that literally can't hold any data these days, well, they can be kind of repurposed to go into these cartridges that you can get working. Let's have a look at some of the other pictures, but you can see down here we've got Mega Man 2 or Marvel vs. Capcom 2 cartridge, and actually these are stickers that you would stick on these 3D printed cartridges to launch games on your MiSTer that have different uses as well. And as you can see, just via pogo pins. More information on this will be coming from Bedroom Ninja. If you have any questions, I'll leave a link to his Twitter account or X account in the description, and you can ask him for yourself. But some really, really cool designs here. As you can see, you know, the only limit is your imagination. Moonwalker, your favorite game, you know, the templates are out there. You can always design your own, but really, really good looking stuff. But here's a video Bedroom Ninja sent me where it kind of shows how it works. So once you kind of put the USB in there, you're using pogo pins and they magnetically stick. Once they stick, they will launch the game on your MiSTer. It's a work in progress, but these guys work fast. I imagine it will be available for you guys to enjoy, purchase and design yourselves very, very soon. We now have a new Mini-ITX Ironclad, the DX version. And what's really interesting here, the developer behind this, the person that produced this unit, D3F Mod, they reached out to me over on Twitter and they said, hey Pixel, are you interested in doing a review? If so, we can send you a unit. And I said, dude, that is super nice of you, but because I'm not such a tech head, I just don't want to take out one of my MiSTers from a case they're in, or a DE10 Nano from a case that they're inside, and I don't want to remove it because I'm always scared I'm going to break stuff. However, I did say to them that, would you like to come onto the channel? You can do a live stream, you can talk about your case, your journey, and we can have a little bit of banter, because I am trying to do more live streams with more people coming on and having a conversation. Streaming's fun with one person, but honestly, it's a lot better when you've got someone else with you. So hopefully I'm trying to arrange that, and if that stream happens, the one that I was offered, we're going to be giving that away to you guys. So keep an eye on the channel. We're going to be doing a giveaway and you guys can win one of these. We'll decide the question or whatever it is later, what the criteria is. But yeah, if you're interested in this, you guys will be able to win one. So stay tuned. Looking forward to getting D3F Mod on the channel whenever I can. But so far, let's have a look at this anyway. So after many months, it has been reborn with golden wings, the new Mr. FPGA Mini-ITX Ironclad DX. Get yours tomorrow, or should I say yesterday, right? Because this tweet is from a couple of days ago. It was released on the 7th. We're on the 8th today, so please like and retweet. Having a look at the actual product here itself, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. I'm not going to go through all of it, but I will leave links in the description. It works with an original Thoracic DE10 Nano, a Mr. Pi, even a QM Tech Cyclone VKFB. So pretty much all three DE10 Nanos that you can get. Very, very feature rich, lots and lots of pictures down there, and we'll flick through some of those here. So if this is something you want, it's a bigger case. It's a bigger case than the other ones, but it has features, it has a different IO board, and it is something that you guys may like and enjoy. Let me see if we can kind of flick through these pictures. We can, and we'll go through these. So really looking forward to getting a live stream going with a developer behind this. I'm really interested to find out, you know, what was their inspiration behind this? How did they start this line? Who is like the target audience for this? And you guys let me know what your feelings about this are. I know many people like this stuff, so it's very, very cool. I mean, it's a nice looking thing. It's a nice looking design to have. So yeah, hopefully guys, we'll have a competition on the channel. But in the meantime, if you guys want to get one, I'll leave links in the description. Go get this for yourself. It looks very nice. And if that's how you want to house your MiSTer, then yeah, there's a good option there for you guys. We have some new updates on the SuperStationOne, and some of you guys are going to be really happy with this. So let's start by having a look at this tweet from Tachyon. So we're going to have a look at a week in Tachyon Retro Remake and SuperStationOne. SuperStationOne is almost sold out in classic grey for the $179 pre-order price. And remember, there were some Founders Editions available for $149. They're all gone now. You can still pre-order them for $179, which in my opinion is still a fantastic price for everything that you're getting. To continue, Taki says, I am planning to make some additions to the SuperDock based on feedback. And that's good. Nice to see people listening to feedback. It will borrow infrared remote support from a flagship console. I am also looking into adding dedicated S-Video plus snack bypass. Now, based on all the tweets and everything that I've seen, all the chatter on Discords, Twitter, everywhere else, people are saying, look, we love the fact that we can plug PlayStation controllers in there and use snack to, you know, communicate directly with the core. That's brilliant. But what we want is we want the ability, or we don't want to neglect other systems, say the SNES, the Mega Drive, other systems that use the snack feature. And people have said, can we bypass the snack? So it's nice to see Taki looking into implementing that into the dock, and I really do hope he's successful and it's something that is doable and they haven't crossed the point of no return yet. So a lot of you guys asked and it looks like it's being looked into. This next one here is just a nice picture. I really liked it. It says Crash Bandicoot out there, and I think that PlayStation FPGA, the SuperStationOne, looks fantastic. One thing that I wanted to mention here, this is just a little bit of a ramble. I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, I've changed my mind on the color and I've emailed customer services and they haven't got back to me and I want to change my color. Like, guys, I've ordered stuff before and I thought, oh, maybe I should have gone for blue instead of red, but I've never gone as far as to email and try and change it. This is just my 2 cents and my opinion on this, but when you do that, it complicates things and it opens your order up for errors, which shouldn't really be there if you stick with your existing one. Do you hate your original color so much that you want to go through the hassle and changing it? I'm only saying it because I've seen dozens of people saying and talking about it on X especially. So, you know, my advice to you would be, if you've got your unit, you've secured it, cool, especially if you've got the Founders one for 149. If you've gone for blue and, you know, now you want gray, just stick with your blue, man. You're still going to have an excellent device and all the colors look good. But going over to their website, they are still available for $179.99. You've got, you know, we've got gray there if that's what you want. We've got black, we've got SuperStation. So it might be easier to cancel your order and then change the color. But honestly, if I ordered this color and I was like, no, I want this color or I want this color, I'd just suck it up and keep that color, man. Are you someone that likes making your own 3D designs? Well, you might want to take up this challenge and potentially win something in the process. So Takyodon around the beginning of this year said, Happy New Year, the Mr. Pi batch free NFC reader is ready for SMT and basic case design. I am going to reserve some turbo packs to give out as rewards to people that create cool open source case designs. And fast forward like a little bit, just over a month, competition time, design an awesome open source case for the Mr. Pi batch free NFC reader and win a batch free turbo pack. Upload entry to Thingiverse, GitHub or other platform. 3 winners in total, deadline the 15th of February. This video is going out on the 8th, so you've got until next Saturday if you want to enter this competition and win yourself a Mr. Pi batch free turbo pack. Before I got into FPGA gaming, I was into emulation, man. Software emulation, it's how I played a lot of my retro games, and for the whole part I really enjoyed it. There was a service or a program that I used called Launchbox, and I even paid for a lifetime license. I still have the license for Big Box, which is like a very nice front end, and I used it for a whole part. This isn't something that's for me. I like the simplicity of the MiSTer. However, I do find this fascinating and super interesting. So this channel here, point and click, a front end for your MiSTer using Launchbox. So launch your MiSTer games via Launchbox, and if you go through this video from this channel, point and click, you can see they're going to go through the whole process. They'll show you how to set it up, everything you need to go through. So give this a watch if you want to integrate Launchbox to launch games on your MiSTer. Again, love seeing options like this because it's important to have choices. What I like might be something you don't like and vice versa, and there's definitely people out there that will appreciate this, and for the whole part, Launchbox is excellent.
We'll go with the old stick and ball.
Something else I want to highlight to you guys. So MiSTer Organizer, February 7th release. Again, a lot has happened on February 7th. So MiSTer Organizer, February 7th, 2025. So this person here, yeah, their user account is MiSTer Organized. So what have they done? Well, I'll read it a little bit and you can get a better understanding. Welcome to my MiSTer project called MiSTer Organized. I'm providing you a custom MiSTer console DAT each month. The goal of this project is to make MiSTer as easy to use as possible. Is your MiSTer SD or external drive disorganized mess with files all over the place? Can't find the game you're looking for to play? The MiSTer console that contains A to Z folders to sort your games alphabetically for easy use. Put an end to the nightmare of messy file structures and games not working. Try MiSTer Organized and notice the improved difference in your MiSTer setup. Right, and just kind of go in here on the last update, no intro games updated to current, no intro private, aftermarket games updated, but I think I saw like Shinobi down here as well. There you go, Shinobi, Neo Geo added. So they're adding stuff from the homebrew kind of scene as well. So again, guys, this isn't something for me. Like the MiSTer already lets me create folders, I create my folders, and I've got my stuff organized to how I like to organize my stuff. However, I know with like emulators, people like using this, they like everything there, they like the file structure, they like the corresponding DAT file to launch their games. In fact, on the MiSTer, the way the AO486 core works, I can't remember what it's called now, but the easy to use version that uses these DAT files to launch the game. So it's already implemented on the MiSTer FPGA in some capacity, but if you want it in a larger capacity, you might want to check this out for yourself. You might want to fund them over on their Patreon, but either way, like, they are being released. Maybe you guys want to check it out. Everybody, be kind, rewind. VHS case for MiSTer. Was VHS the tape? I think it was VCR, video cassette recorder. Either way, you know what I'm talking about. Remember the videos, a video player, video recorder? Well, this Reddit user over here called OKPeer1948. If that's their date of birth, they're older than most of my audience on this channel. So they're here saying, preparing my MiSTer setup while waiting for my MiSTer Pi batch 3. And buddy, I'm looking forward to when you actually get your batch 3, because once you get this up and running, send me a DM or just tag me anywhere on my socials. Would like to see this in action. So what we got there, is that SNES or PlayStation? I was getting confused between the two. Oh, that's SNES up there. So SNES and N64. We got PlayStation and we got NES. So again, looks really, really cool. We've got like Amiga and Mega Drive there. So yeah, fun. Nice to see this stuff. Nice to see all you guys repurposing stuff or getting broken stuff and using that, getting some more life out of it. Someone is putting a MiSTer in a PlayStation 3. We've seen one in an alarm clock, and now we have the MiSTer video cassette player recorder. Let's have a look at a week in the world of the Eade Tang FPGAs, and in particular, we're going to have the focus on the Tang consoles that are upcoming. And yes, I'm excited about them. I want to check them out. I should be getting the 60K one, and I should be running it and putting it through its paces on the channel. But there's some good news concerning that. So let's have a look at these tweets in order. So Nantamari here says, just uploaded GBA Tang 0.6.1. If you experience graphical glitches in 0.6, please upgrade. This should fix that. And Nantamari has ported over a whole bunch of cores. In fact, I'd say he's the developer that's brought over most of the cores to the Tang series of FPGAs. So currently working on the GBA and just updating that. Next up here, we've got FPGA Tang console retro gaming cases assembling. Mini FPGA based retro console with 60, 138K logic elements, NES, SNES, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Mega Drive, Amiga cores available, starting from 69, my favorite number, or $69. Which color you like most, black or white? Votes in next Twitter, and have a look at like the next Twitter. There's a few choices here for color: black and white, pure black. I always vote translucent or transparent. It's my thing, chicken wing. But yeah, here we go. All right, so that's that here. But this is really, really interesting here. So if you're interested in getting a Eade Tang console, now there might be a learning curve to actually getting cores and getting everything up and running. So Nantamari has got you covered. Wrote a setup tool for Tang series cores for the upcoming Eade IO Tang console. This makes installation much easier. No FPGA experience needed using it. The interesting thing is the code is 95% written by Eade in a single day. Eade is so much fun. So guys, that should be interesting. At least that will make it easier for me when I'm playing around with this. So absolutely brilliant from Eade and Nand to Mario. I wanted to highlight this, and this is sad news here, guys. It's not a product I've used, but a lot of my friends do, and they speak so highly of it. And I have heard an MT32 Pi in action, and it really, really is amazing. The sound quality, especially on like the LucasArts games, wow, phenomenal. So the developer here, I don't know how I'm going to say this name, but DW Hinham. But over here, they've said, please note, it's unlikely that there will be any further releases of MT32 Pi. I have endured a sustained campaign of abuse from members of the Vogons forum, right? Not a forum I'm familiar with, but hey, you know, can't be everywhere, I guess. Been labeled a clout chaser, had threats sent to my personal email address, not cool. Code been used in other projects without proper accreditation. My 3D print designs stolen and sold by faceless eBay Etsy sellers. Personal attacks made towards me when people don't get their feature request. The list goes on and on. There is only so much I can take. My mental health has been in decline as a direct result of this behavior. The joy of working on this project has pretty much gone. There is nothing to be gained from putting time and hard work into it anymore. There is no gratitude, no encouragement, just entitled behavior and grift. To those who supported this project in the past, especially whilst I was a struggling student who needed all the uplift I could get, thank you sincerely. Dude, like, I wish you the best, man. I'm really sorry you had to go through that. There are some weirdos on the internet, man. There's some bad people on the internet. I definitely, as a channel, have been subject to some harassment as well, and I completely get it, man. So dude, I wish you the best. Even though I haven't used anything that you have worked on, I have witnessed it, and yes, it is amazing. So all the best, dude. One of my weaknesses is CPS3. I absolutely love the system. Or sorry, when I say that I love the system, there's 6 games on there. There's one game that I really love. The others, yeah, I dabble in, I play, but it's one game, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, the best 2D fighter ever made. So Ariel Ace is absolutely awesome with all the work and all the design work he does, and the end products are excellent, and they're only getting better with time. So this Capcom Blue pops so hard with the Holo 3D effects for CPS3. These are now ready for order, whoever wants them. I've also added them to the full Capcom CPS set, whoever wants to order the entire CPS library. So if you want the entire CPS library, we have CPS 1 and 2 on the MiSTer FPGA and the Analogue Pocket, and hopefully one day we will get CPS 3, and you know, when you get that, you can have all your NFC cards or your stickers, you can have everything ready. But guys, they just look absolutely superb. So if you want to get yourself like a CPS set, Ariel Ace like sells a whole bunch of different stuff as well, man. Reach out to the guy, get the stickers you want, get going. And I swear, when I look at these stickers, I just feel like a kid again in the playground with my Panini sticker book, you know, looking at those shinies or going to the shop, buying that packet and hoping that I got that shiny that I wanted. Now I'm a guy in his mid-40s looking at this stuff and thinking, yeah, this is pretty badass. Yo, cowabunga, man, and this just looks wicked. I love Game Boy, I love Turtles, and I love the Turtles arcade game. So Zeichi Games here, an indie developer working on a beat-em-up brawler engine for Game Boy Color, currently using the classic TMNT arcade game as a placeholder. This is version 0.3, debating whether to release this tech demo publicly. Thoughts? Zeichi, release the tech demo. I want to play it. I want to check it out on my Game Boy. I want to check it out on my Analogue Pocket. Can't wait to try it, but this just looks amazing. Just imagine being a kid when you had your Game Boy Color, you loved that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game, but you know, you didn't have it. Mind you, the Game Boy DMG has one of the best Turtles games ever made, but imagine seeing this on there and it just looks amazing. Cash Cow DX, guys, this game here like blew up in the retro gaming scene. Everyone loved it. It's one of those games, it's easy to play, hard to master, and when you die, you just want to play again and get yourself a better score. Well, the developer behind this, Pixel Games Sol S, have now released their new game. Now, full disclosure here, guys, wanted to be transparent. They sent me a review code of this game, man. I was going to do an individual video, but like I said, I was really busy during last week, so I couldn't do it. So I'm mentioning it in the news video. This is Looney Landers. I played it. It took me a little while to actually understand how to play the game, but once I figured it out, yes, I was hooked. I just kept playing it. Then I was like, I got to get up and do things. I need to go and do this. I need to go and do that. And I was playing it, and you're parachuting down. And when you're parachuting down, you've got things in your way. You're trying to like get down on different score points and avoiding stuff at the same time. And it has that formula where when you play it and you die, you just want to play again and try and beat that score. Simple, retro-y, effective, and most of all, very much so fun. So on my YouTube channel, guys, I get a lot of emails offering me lots and lots of stuff, and I don't often take that stuff up, but now I'm trying to kind of turn it around into competitions or games that I would like to play and I can feature on the channel. So these guys reached out to me. They said, look, do I want a copy if I feature it on the channel for upcoming console releases? And I mainly play games either on the Switch or the PC, and I went for the PC. So I said, yeah, sure. Send me a couple of PC codes. I'll use one and I'll give one to you guys that you can win. So if you want to win this game, it's Moons of Darsalon. Yeah, just let me know down below what your favorite sci-fi movie is, and what I'll do is by this time next week I'll announce a winner. Pick randomly, so it really doesn't matter what movie you pick. It's just a fun way of you guys entering the competition. But the reason we are doing this giveaway and the reason I was contacted is this game, it's reviewed really well. It's a 9 out of 10 game, and it's been available on Steam since 19th of April 2023, so not new for us PC guys, but it's also now available for the Nintendo Switch, released like just a couple of days ago. Here you go, the 6th, literally a couple of days ago, available for the PlayStation, where you can get it on the PlayStation 4 or the PlayStation 5, as well as that you can get it for the Xbox. But if you do have a PC, you don't need a powerful PC. This will run on a potato. It is just a 2D game. Really, really well reviewed. Let me know what your favorite sci-fi movie is, and I will pick a winner at random. This really excites me, man. I don't even know why, right? But I had the Nokia N-Gage, and guys, I really, really liked it. It was a phone and you could play games on there. And I don't even remember all the games that I had on there. I think I had like some kind of tank game on there, but a game that I really liked on there, it had a King of Fighters game. And I played it and I used to like it, and I was like, wow, I've got a phone and it's a console as well. So what's interesting here from Michael Fitzmyer, I am happy to announce my latest project, N-Gage SDK, Software Development Kit, an ecosystem for developing or porting existing games for the Nokia N-Gage using modern tools such as Visual Studio 2019, 2022 and CMake. Again, interesting, if you've still got your N-Gage kicking about and you want to bring games over to it, well, Michael looks like he's made that easier for you. But just exciting. I don't have my N-Gage anymore, man, but it would be interesting if I could pick one up cheap and there was enough games on there. I'd rock it. I'd put a SIM card in there and I'd go back to whenever it was the N-Gage release, and I'd be like, yeah, this is my phone console. Bobble, one of the best arcade games ever made. Honestly, you can't say the word arcade and at some point Bobble, the game is going to come in my head. It defines the word arcade for me. But David Bottino here says, Bobble C64 Remastered progress, making this awesome conversion look even closer to the arcade is an absolute joy. What do you think? And well, let's have a look at the pictures. Was it one giant picture? That's a couple of pictures here. Okay, so the remastered version, yeah, the arcade version, and the C64 version. And yeah, I have to say the remastered version is definitely looking closer to the arcade. Love this stuff here. Love the fact that people are revisiting like an old Commodore 64 game and in 2025 bringing it closer to the original arcade version. Absolutely love this work. So yeah, hopefully we'll be playing a remastered version of Bobble on the Commodore 64 that's closer to the arcade. So guys, that wraps it up for this week. I really do hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, then a subscription and a like is always super duper appreciated. I do have a Discord set up, guys, and we often do multiplayer gaming sessions there where we stream and we talk. It's very, very casual, so head over to the Discord if you just want to engage and make friends and just chat. Anyway, be absolutely awesome to one another, guys. I'll see you around. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.